Bonjour, and welcome to all you comic book geeks, you comic book readers, and you comic book collectors. This one, you know it's for you, you comic book collectors. But also, because we collect, we've got to read them, haven't we? Unless it's just a commodity and we're going to slab them and never read them. So, my back issue haul videos are always for the comic book collectors, but with a sprinkling of reader, and always a big old, what would you call it? A big old seasoning of geek, because that's why we're all here. Collecting comic books, reading comic books. I'll take this opportunity to thank everyone, and I really do mean it. Anyone that is now subscribing and commenting, and I think it's mostly due to my Threads friends. I thank you so much, because it's really enhanced where I want to get my channel to go, which is talking about, well, comics, but good comics. We'll always have our whinges, won't we? We need to. We need that release. But thank you so much. If you're subscribing, liking, and most of all commenting, you sexy subscribers will always be my number one. But do you know what? If you all commented and got involved, whether or not you agree with me, disagree with me, yeah, I'm up for that, because no one's life is at stake when we talk about who is the best, who is the strongest out of Hulk and Thor. Do you remember those conversations you used to have? We should never grow out of those conversations, guys and girls. Come on. We should never, ever grow out of that. And I don't, anyway, if you're here, sorry for that preamble. I don't know where that come from. Anyway, these are the back. I have got a really weird back issue haul for you. I know it's been a while, but I was spending so much money on the new stuff, including the Batman. If you follow my, sorry if you don't follow my videos, I bought the absolute edition, whatever you call it, the IDW edition of the Batman, and etc. etc. I spent a load of money on books and etc. So, still courtesy of my favourite two emporiums of comic book goodness. So thank you to Paul, as always, hello mate, at Comics and Fantasy, Hornchurch, Essex, and Jamie, as always, assisted by his faithful assistant. Yeah, I should have practiced that one. Anyway, hello Lizzie, hello Jamie, hello Paul. So those two, and their links are in my page, whatever it is on YouTube. And this is where I get the good shit from. And until I get into it, you will realise what a mixed bag it is. I'm going to start off with DC, because everyone thinks I'm such a Marvel shill now. I'm getting a little bit of commentary, yeah. I'm getting people saying, yeah, all right, Marvel was all right back in the day. I'm looking at you, Mandy. But no, I think I am unbiased and balanced, and I will challenge you. I will throw down the gauntlet. No, anyway, I've got a DC comic, all right? Listen, and this was from, I don't know why I wanted this. It was on the wall, and it was the Spook, and it was Batman, and it was, I don't know, it must be 1970. I just wanted it. So, and these are back issues that aren't I always say, it doesn't have to be £1 million to make it a back issue you want. And flicking through that and the storyline, you realise how Batman needed saving in the early 70s. And these are from Jamie, by the way, at No Dawn Comics, Rayleigh, Essex. So get on down. They're on Whatnot. They've got a shop. They've got a website. And he's serving me up. Look, I know. If you follow my channel, you know I'm loving these Avengers stuff. Look at this. Good old, we've got a bit of Buscema artwork going on here. And it's not peak Avengers, but, you know, we are in the era of, I mean, what we had, you know, this late 60s era of Avengers is when we are defining what the group means from inception to the modern, what we've come to know and love. And who doesn't like some floating heads? Come on. When all else fails, the editor says, just put some floating heads in it. I don't know who would have done this cover, and it's looking like Buscema again. And you've got, is it Giant Man? Is that Giant Man? Let me know. Is that? I think that's Giant Man fighting the ants, but now he can't be Ant-Man, can he? Is that Giant Man? Is that Power Man? I don't know. He's fighting the ants, but the editor's gone, oh, I think we need to put some floating heads in it. We need five floating heads at the bottom. Anyway, let's have the moment. And I will say again, this is how I like my Wanda. All right? And this is 1967, the year I was born. So I'm not saying that I bought this. All right, we don't go there. I'm not that old. All right? So in 1967, just bear with me, Magneto, Quicksilver and Wanda. Right. Roy Thomas is the new, he's part of the new young guns coming into Marvel. You've had the 60s, you've had FF, Spider-Man, well, Avengers, you know, all your classics. You've had those. But you've got a new guard coming through. Jim Shooter, Roy Thomas, etc., etc. This isn't a comic book, Marvel comic history anyway. But anyway, sorry, I rambled. Anyway, this issue is the first appearance of Dane Whitman that would become the Black Knight. But in the meanwhile, this is how I like my Scarlet Witch. I'm sorry. And also, that's how I like Quicksilver. But we won't go there. We won't go there any more than that. That this was relevant because it's quite an expensive. It's quite an expensive issue, and it's not a key issue, but it is the first appearance of Dane Whitman. Sometimes you don't know until you know. So what's that? Everyone, look out for Avengers issue 47. First appearance of Dane Whitman before he put his helmet on. And then in the next issue, here we go, he put his helmet on. Here we go. He's on the horse. La 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 la. First appearance, Dane Whitman as Black Knight. Love it. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. And apart from that, I'm going to show you one of the most controversial comics ever to be published. Jim Shooter, George Perez, Bob Layton, David Michelin are all credited in the plot line of this. And I should have really left this to the end, but because it's so controversial, issue 200, if you don't know why this is so controversial, go look it up. Go look it up. And if you can't be bothered to look it up, I'm going to tell you why. Ms. Marvel is pregnant, and the baby she gives birth to, I don't want the algorithm to pick up anything that's untoward. So I don't know if I can say abused, but anyway, guys, Ms. Marvel and everyone involved, I don't know what that, you know, wonderful George Perez art, but I don't know what they was all thinking when they done this. Yeah, an immaculate conception for Ms. Marvel, and then when it's born, yeah. Do you know what? I'm not going to go there. You guys, if you don't know about Avengers issue 200, yeah, but because of its notoriety, I'm so glad to add that. So thank you, Jamie, for holding on to this stuff for me for so long. And while I was there, he had these silly little books come in. Now, they are silly little books to anyone other than comic book collectors my age, my generation, that would go on. They would issue. These were released 2 issues every week, I think, or 4 issues a fortnight, whatever they've done. So 8 issues a month. Lovely Ian Kennedy. If you don't know Ian Kennedy, I'm giving you loads of homework today. Your homework is Avengers 200 and Ian Kennedy, and what an impact he made on British comics. But look at this. And this was the comic that ended up publishing my stories in the late, only 16. I don't know why I'm suddenly showing off on my back issue haul videos. Anyway, Ian Kennedy, go and check him out. Google him and Google Avengers 200. Now, there was a weird and wonderful period of Daredevil, and when was this? 2012. Mark Waid is writing, and I completely missed all of this, by the way. That's why I'm picking these up. I'm not even, you see, a lot of this Avengers, a lot of these back issues I'm reacquiring, like the John Byrne run of X-Men. I bought them as they came out, but these I didn't. And yeah, 2012, I would not have been buying, but my old Michael Paul at Comics and Fantasy, he said, Roy, you love Daredevil, look at that, that's a great cover. So I'm just showing this stuff off because I don't hear many people talking about the Mark Waid, and he is a superlative superhero writer. And I haven't had a chance to dive into these yet, guys. I'm sorry. But look, what's this? This is the Fantastic Four in this one. And I don't know who this Koi Fam is. And Tom Palmer's inking as well. I don't think these are the glory days of Daredevil. Not yet. Not these ones. But I'm just showing them off because I think the covers are interesting. And these weren't £1 million, so it's the completest in me. Because I've got everything Daredevil. That looks like it is Michael Aldridge. I'll see how good I am. That wasn't rehearsed. You know I didn't rehearse that. And these just fill in the gaps. Eisner Award nominee, Sam Neill, but it's still Mark Waid on the writing. That's a great cover. Love it. Yeah, Eisner Award nominee, Mark Waid still on it. And then look at this. Alan Davis, writing and drawing. Look at that. A Daredevil. I mean, come on. And it was a weird and wonderful tale. I actually did get this back in the day, but I don't know where it went. A little odd bod that is that Paul said you might as well have. It was part of the collection. So yeah, and he knows a lot, a bit of Ramos. So I don't think is Ramos in it. No, but it's Mark Waid. And then we get into a bit of a more serious and intense run of Daredevil. Good old Echo that Dismal Minus. It wasn't great, to be fair. We're in 2016 now, so that wasn't great. And then we've got this run, which was, I've got to say, I've been reading through these. Is it Chris Soule? Or it's not David Soule. That would start skin nuts, wouldn't it? But yeah, it's Chris Soule. And this run, I'm going to say, equals the Bendis and Maleev run of Daredevil. I've got to say, I thoroughly enjoyed this. And the new villain, Blind Spot, and the artwork that Ron Garney supplies for this, and I've been a fan of Ron Garney. You will all know him if you're younger than me. You'll know Ron Garney as the Berserker, the Keanu Reeves artist. He done some beautiful work on this. I've got to admit, he approached the artwork with that David Lloyd, who done V for Vendetta, if you need reminding, where you're not using lines, you're just using black and white, light and shade, to do the artwork. He's not, look, even in this, look, the colourist has had to really work hard to delineate your Daredevil. It works better in black and white. Even I'm looking at the colouring now, and you can see that when you don't use solid lines on the artwork, but I love it. Bill Sienkiewicz cover. There we go. You can't be a bit. Daredevil and Elektra. Bill Sienkiewicz. Come on. I'm not going to turn that down, am I? Look at her getting her leg over. That's a bit naughty, isn't it? There was another artist, Sudsuka, that I didn't particularly, not a bad artist, but a bit too cartoony. Reminds me a lot of the modern artist on Daredevil at the moment. See, that's got to be, yeah, that's a Garney cover. You can tell, look at what I'm saying about he's not using. It's all about light and shade. It's all about this one. That's where we're at. Look, that is a perfect Garney cover. Love it. Hardcore. Daredevil against Inhumans. I haven't read that yet. I can't tell you what the story's like, but look at these covers. Look, I like that. Look, wrapped in. And there's a Panosian. Is it Dan Panosian cover? Love it. This cover kind of harks back to the Joe Quesada, Jimmy Palmiotti, I forget what it was called now, that Daredevil era. Yeah, that's not a cover I want to show off, nor that. But, yeah, that one is Mike Diodato. That's, that's proper superhero Daredevil, isn't it? It's a bit more Echo. But I've just picked up this era of Daredevil and can't wait to get right into it. That's classic Ron Garney, to be fair. The style, the pose, the flag, everything is classic. And that. This even reminds me of his Captain America run, to be fair. I always love a cover where they mess with the title. Always. So I love that. And there's more. There's more. There's more. And it was Charles. It wasn't Chris Soule. It was Charles Soule. This is more of his run. We are now into 2018. And this is a major gap in my Daredevil collection, bearing in mind, as I've said before, look, he is my favourite. Him and Captain America are my two favourite Marvel characters of all time. So this was a major, like a major gap fill for. And like I said, I haven't read through a lot of them. Some of you, I can see why. It's not the most inspiring period. And then Schultz what's this Daredevil annual? Erica Schultz, Marcio. I'm literally looking through this now. No, he looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Tell me if you've read these ahead of me. And I don't know if Phil Notto, he done a mini series recently. I'm not sure. I like his artwork, but I'm not sure if it's suited a Daredevil. So I might be asking for my money back. Actually, now I'm looking through these. The Death of Daredevil, Paul, I might want my money back here, mate. These are looking really crap. I'm only joking. I'm only joking. And I love the legacy. They suddenly do the legacy numbering on the 600 odd, and you think to yourself, well, I've got the earliest issue I've got is issue 4, and I will end it my back issue haul on this. Sorry, I've rambled on this one, guys. It's been a while since I've done a back issue haul, and I was really pleased, and I did think I was happy that I had one DC comic in it. And I'm happy to have filled in a massive gap in my Daredevil collection. So I hope you enjoyed that. And I know it's a little bit of a self-indulgence, really, back issue hauls. But I hope you enjoyed that and had a little look at maybe some books you haven't picked up. And if you followed me this far, thank you so much. And until next time, I will bid you all adios.